the Royalist Party now once again indicating that there is growing support for the monarchy. Do you believe that this comes just about few months after the protests that were taking place in support of the monarchy? Is that where it is heading towards, as we're getting in breaking news of the president of Nepal resigning? Ambassador Sikri.
I mean, this is absolutely very, very surprising now. But since he has already handed over responsibility to the army for maintaining law and order, I do hope that the army will continue and bring in the required calm and quiet and peace. Because if they don't, then you can have complete chaos. You know, you have a completely different situation in Kathmandu and the Environs. You have a completely different situation in the various provinces of Nepal, and also in the Terai and other regions of Nepal. So it is going to be completely chaotic unless the army steps in and brings peace and quiet and is able to return the peace and quiet to Nepal. And I think that this situation of forcing the president to resign, this seems to be really a very, very sudden development. We did hear in the morning that the president's house was also attacked and so on. But right. I think every institution of stability being attacked in this manner is a very, very worrisome and I would say dangerous sign for the future of Nepal. And I think that I can certainly hope that the army under General Shokraj Sigdel is going to maintain the law and order that they are the only institution now that can do it, because they have the men, they have the ability, and they can bring calm back to Nepal very quickly, because they are stationed all across the country and so on. So let us see whether in this situation whether the army is going to come in or not. But certainly I agree with you that this breaking news about the President Chandra Paudel resigning is a shocker.
Right. Well, Ambassador Sikri, I'll request you to stay on with us as we're getting in more breaking news, as protesters have now started celebrating. This is after burning the parliament. In fact, we do have images coming in of the parliament set on fire. In fact, we do also have Ananta Raj, journalist, joining us from Kathmandu. Ananta Raj, we'll try and connect with him once again. A short while back, we've got a confirmation from Republic reporters on the ground, the largest team covering this, what is basically unfolding right now in Kathmandu. In fact, there are latest visuals now coming in. First, let me just play out the latest coming in from Kathmandu. This is from the parliament, outside the parliament. Well, in fact, Ambassador Sikri, I want you to stay on with us, because fast-paced developments taking place. In terms of the army's role, do you believe that it would be quite similar to what we had witnessed in Bangladesh, the role of the army here? Or do you believe that they would be independent in the decision-making process? And perhaps Nepal could actually see an interim prime minister in the next few hours?
I think that appointing anybody before there is calm and the violence ends in Nepal would not calm down the situation. It could further inflame it, because I do not know whether any one person at this stage would, be able to say that I am going to lead the entire country in this situation. So I think that if the army is able to control the violence, then that would be a good thing. Now, in Bangladesh, if you draw a comparison to that, of course, in Bangladesh, it was the army that calmed down the situation, and the army had said at that time that, they would not, they calmed down the people. They told them to stop, because they said, we are in charge and we're not going to fire on civilians, but we will bring them, we will want the situation to be calm. And then Mohammed Yunus came in. But in Bangladesh, the thing was that there was the Jamaat-e-Islami, which was the strongest party left standing, as it were, even stronger than the BNP, because although BNP and Awami League are two of the largest political parties in Bangladesh, and they enjoy about 35 to 40% vote bank support each. But at that time, it was the Jamaat-e-Islami, which was behind all the events that took place. And they were the ones who were and still are controlling the situation behind the scenes and controlling what Mohammed Yunus is doing and saying. So that was the situation there. Now, in Nepal, is there a force behind this random violence? Is Gen Z Nepal that force. Now, Gen Z Nepal doesn't have a visible leader, but is Balan Shah claiming to be the leader of Gen Z Nepal? Or is Gen Z Nepal supporting Balan Shah? So these are questions which are coming up. And if that becomes clearer in the next few hours, then we would be able to say. But, certainly the fact that the president has been forced to resign, is a very grave blow to the constitutional authority in Bangladesh. In Nepal. In Bangladesh, the president is still in position as of, the same president was there last July, August, on the 5th of August when Sheikh Hasina left. That president is still there, and same army chief is also there. So, you have those two institutions, the presidency and the army, which are ultimately responsible for maintaining law and order, while, of course, the Jamaat-e-Islami and the increased radicalization and the mobocracy is very similar. The way the mobocracy is functioning in Nepal today, going to houses and bringing out people and setting them on fire, this is exactly similar to what happened in Bangladesh. Exactly similar. Even the Supreme Court judges were surrounded and forced to resign, and new ones have been appointed. This is absolutely parallel on every count. So who is going to control these mobs? This is absolutely something. If you want a return to law and order, if you want, Nepal to regain calm and constitutionality again, it is very important that the army play its role. But so far, it's not evident. I think they must be, talking among themselves about this. Whether the president has just resigned and left, or whether he just offered his resignation,
Right.
I don't know if those details
I
have
think so
come
we
in.
can get in more details right now, Ambassador Sikri, because we do have Nepalese journalist joining us, Ananta Raj. Ananta, what's really happening on the ground? Who exactly is this Balan Shah? Does he really have the kind of support that he's basically claiming to? And is there a possibility that perhaps in the coming few hours there would be a clarity as to who takes over? Would it be Balan Shah?